is Shani Mac. I am here with another For the Love of Crafting video for this month. This is the June prompt. And this month we're playing along with the Scraproom and doing some of their challenges. They have 4 or 5 different challenges out right now. There's one that you like cut all your pieces and then into the specific sizes and then move them around on your page to get and come up with a layout based on those pieces of pattern paper. There's one that is a sketch. There is this one where you have to glue is the word they gave you, and then you have to use things from your stash that start with those letters, which is what I'm doing. And then they have one that's a color challenge. They might have another one that I'm not remembering, but then I remember a color challenge. And the color challenge I'm kind of doing a little bit because it was a yellow based color scheme, but the blue is a little different just based on what I have, because I am still using the scrapbooking for beginners kit that I made and trying to use up as much as possible and see how many layouts I can get out of this kit. So I had to try to pick words that not only stuff from my stash, but it's stuff from this specific kit that I can't go into the rest of my stash for. So that was a little more difficult. It took me a while to come up with the letters, but it worked out in the end. Thankfully I had gingham paper, and that's after I got that, then I was okay. I felt better. So anyways, this is for why did I say that? For the love of crafting and sharing. And we have a bunch of ladies participating. It is a monthly hop that we do since this year. Some of the other ladies have done it in previous years, but this is the first year I've done it. And yeah, so linked below, I will have all the ladies participating this month, linked to their specific videos for the love of crafting and sharing. And they are awesome scrapbookers of different kind. I've said that really weird. They are all scrapbookers of different kinds. We have 12 by 12 scrappers. We have smaller or travel size scrappers. Actually, I don't know that anyone's done any travelers. Anyways, we have all different. There's pocket page scrappers, there's 2-page scrappers, all different. So there's a good variety, and they're all really awesome, talented ladies that do awesome layouts. So, and we all have different styles, which is kind of cool. So you can get a little bit of everything from everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm doing with this. And then, yeah. So, and then check out all those other ladies after you watch my video. So for glue is the word they gave this month. So for G, I did gingham, which I pulled out this blue gingham paper. From everything I've pulled is from my kit. So I've not gone outside and pulled anything. I had to use stuff within my kit. L for labels, and I pulled those printables, the free printables that I left. I had yellow labels and I cut out all of them, and accidentally they are the exact same yellow as this pattern paper. So I was really excited. And I pulled out this yellow paper from the 6x6 gather paper pad that is also in my kit. I did unfinished wood, and I of course have all the unfinished wood that I had put in this kit. Thankfully I picked a kit that had like a lot of different shapes, so that worked out really well. I am most likely going to use the clouds and possibly some hearts, and I just put it in these little trays to make it a little easier to sort and keep track of everything. My desk was getting a little crazy. So U is for unfinished wood, and then E, I'm going to do enamel dots, and I haven't grabbed those yet, but they're down there waiting for their turn. So this is what I'm working with today, and I know it's kind of like a crappy looking piece. I just did it real fast. So we will go ahead and get started. You can see right here there's a base of a lamp. It's this lamp. It used to be one of my lights that I film with, but it's not there now. But I needed something to draw a 6-inch circle. And normally I would pull a bowl or something, but my kid is asleep in the living room with her dad, and I want to let her sleep as long as possible. So I was trying to find something in my room, in my craft room, to that would work for an almost 6-inch base. So this was the closest thing I had. I'm going to use this here. And then I'm going to go all the way around and then cut this out. Put this way back over here, out of the way. And then we'll cut that out, and we're going to use this as a circle. I mean, no, that was not, it is a circle, obviously. We're going to use it as a sun. We're going to make a sun layout. So, and thankfully I've gone ahead and cut all these labels out because that, I mean, it didn't take forever. Once you get used to cutting them out, it's not so hard, but it did take a little while. In my head, I thought, oh, I could pull out my distresser tool and distress my little circle. But then I realized that is not in my toolkit. So I'm going to show you how to distress with scissors, which is how I did it until I got a distressing tool. I just take my scissors and lightly rub them against the side. Oh, and then I did that, which is fine because if it does tear like that, I mean, it just adds to the character of it. But if you do it lightly, you shouldn't have that problem. I was just pressing a little too hard and going in the wrong direction, which was also probably dangerous because I was coming towards my hand and my face. And if I lost control of the scissors, I would have stabbed myself. It would be super fun. So there we go. We have a nice little roughed up circle. I'm going to do this a little bit right here because it's not as roughed up. Right there where that is. And you won't even be able to tell that once it's all adhered down and we start embellishing on it. Oh man, I'm tossing labels everywhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, so my plan is, my circle is my son. I'm gonna put this photo of my husband and my daughter. It was at breakfast one morning and the sun was coming in from behind the window. We were not really close to the window, but they backed up to the window, so you got this really whited out sun-soaked photo. But I thought that was kind of cool. And since the sun is coming kind of from that angle, I'm going to do my sun up here and I'm going to do my photo down here. So we're hiding that rip anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then we're going to use these labels because we have a million of them. And these are going to be our sun rays. I'm so excited. I think they're going to be really cute. And we're going to go all the way down, or all the way around, I mean. Just like that, all the way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and adhere the labels down. And I'm going to go ahead and stitch on it because I do have a sewing machine. It is not necessary to do that. I just like the look of it. Another option would be to take a pen. If you want the look of stitching, you could take a pen or a pencil or anything and just draw your little stitch lines down it to make it look like stitching and go all the way down the center. Or you could just adhere them flat. You could adhere them with foam, or you could like do some scribbly sketchy lines down the center like that to look like it's holding it down. If you had a stapler, you could staple it. Well, you'd have to staple it to the sun because you couldn't reach your stapler in there. But anyways, the whole point, there's a lot of ways you can do it. You don't have to do it this way. It's not going to really change your layout any. I just like the look of stitching. And if I'm going through in my albums and I normally stitch and then I'm like, why didn't I stitch this page? I might regret it later just for my own specific taste. So I am going to go ahead and stitch these down and then I'll come back and we'll go from there and show you the rest of the layout. Okay, I'm back. So now I've got all of these. I just stitched all the way across just so I didn't have to cut my thread any more times than I had to. But I forgot to mention another thing. Another reason I wanted to stitch is because I like to stitch and then pull up the edges like that to give it a little bit more texture on my page. If you like all that texture, you can still do that even without stitching down. All you'd really have to do is fold your labels in half, and then when you add your glue, just add it along that edge and then lay it down like that to dry, and it'll still have that dimension. And then if you like the stitched look, you could take your pen and stitch and draw stitch lines. So there's also that option. And then now I'm going to adhere my sunshine down the mantle with fun foam. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this guy off. I'll do it over here. Make it a little bit easier. And you don't really have to get too specific on these, but you got to cut the corners so that the corners don't stick out over here. And that one's a little too wide. That one fit there? Not really. That one will fit. And I save all of these scraps so that when I have little things to back, I'll have plenty of little pieces. I don't throw everything away. I don't really throw almost anything away. If you haven't noticed, I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I think, which is why I've never done this where I have to like kill an entire kit and use it as much as possible, because I'm always sad whenever it's gone. So this has been an interesting experience, but I'm kind of loving it. So go ahead and get this last side. Where did my big one? Oh, here's my big one. I couldn't find my big one. I started using that one for these guys because I couldn't find this one. So and this makes this awful clicking noise, but you get used to it. I'm just more aware of it because I'm filming, and I'm sure it's annoying for the video. So this runner is really good on foam. You just have to go slow and make sure you press down when you're doing it. I'm trying to find the tear right there. And then I did draw little marks kind of where the sun was supposed to go, so I would know exactly where centered would be. It's a little too far this way. There we go. Okay, so we have him adhered down. And then this guy will go, I don't know if I want it way down here or just kind of there, because I like being able to see this little sun ray. Maybe like that. Or maybe just straight up here and we'll do our title. And I will probably do You Are My Sunshine. I know it's not very original, but it's awesome and true. So, and then I'm gonna layer a little bit behind this. I mentioned before, I don't know if, I think I mentioned it on yesterday's video, that I've started all the photos I printed, I've been printing them with a white border on it so that I don't have to use extra cardstock, because that will also save you a little bit of not having to buy extra stuff. Let's see, I have a few of those cards. That's not great. That's not horrible, but that blue's right. Not right, sorry. I said that blue's right. That blue's not right. I kind of like the pink. Let's do the pink. But I'm first going to cut out the middle because I like that little sentiment, and I will stick it on here in a minute. I used it on the last, or on the first one. I used it on the tiny ones before. It says celebrate the simple things. But it's still cute. It's still a great sentiment. And this is the one that still has a little bit of color on it. I'll go ahead and layer that on there. And I'll probably just do the one mat today because there's a lot of other stuff going on this layout, but it's still not quite narrow enough. So I'm not gonna do a bunch of layers today for this one, just because that sun is gonna be the focus. I kind of want to pop that up on foam too, actually. let's do that and see. I haven't adhered it down yet. Yeah, I need it up on foam. Okay, and then we can still kind of move it around and make sure that's what we want. Oh, that I'm keeping. Okay, so I have these letters. Thinking maybe doing "You Are My Sunshine" around this way. That could be cute, or maybe like this way. I like that. We're doing that. We're gonna do it with black letters. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, I don't like dealing with these flaps, so I always just trim the bottom edge off of my packaging so I can slide it in and out. And then I've seen some people do it down the side like that so you can get into it easily, but I've done that before on a couple packages and I did not like it, and I actually ended up losing some letters very easily like that. So I do not do that. So how, okay, let's go ahead and adhere this down. Actually, I have, let's see. I have that one, but that's the exact same, so I don't know that I want to use that. Let's see, somewhere I have a printable that has cute little tabs. This one, that little printable, and it has that little tab. It has the little hearts. That could be cute. Let's do that. And then we'll just use my little fussy cut scissors. And these are all free printables that are linked. The video where I showed you how I made the kit, all of these printables are that I've been using, including this one and the one that has these labels, are all linked to that first kit video. So if you are wanting those, that's where you should look. Let's see. Let's go ahead and stick that there, and then I'll go in with that and adhere that right there. Okay, and then I'll probably pull this back out and do some more of these and maybe a couple of those guys. So first we're going to do our little title. So you actually, I'm gonna go ahead and pause you and do this real fast, and then I'll come back because this is boring. Okay, so I'm back. I've got "You Are My Sunshine." I did have to kind of finagle the stickers around and shift them back down this way a little bit because sunshine wasn't going to fit, but we've got it on here. Actually, I'm just gonna set these aside so you don't have to listen to the plastic. And then I have this sticker that says "Opportunities to Shine Surround Us Each Day." I think that will be great. I like this yellow Happy Place one as well, just because it's so bright and yellow. And actually the family one as well, because the black brings that black out. And I could do Blessed because it matches the black. Let's do that. And maybe that little bird, he's cute, and I don't usually use the birds, and we're all about using it up this time, so maybe something in this area. Okay, I'm gonna just set him there for a second, and then I'm gonna pop some fun foam underneath him. And then I'm gonna do these down in this corner and maybe do a couple up here. This one we're gonna add foam to. And usually at this point is when I pull the wax paper out and hold these pieces, but I'm trying to do this layout a little fast so that you're not having to watch an hour-long video like you did the other day. So these are just those Stampin' Dimensionals I talked about. They're the regular sized ones. And they are in that giveaway that I posted yesterday. On Saturday, I posted the video I posted on Saturday. I have an opportunity for a giveaway. So if you're interested in that, go back and watch that video so that you can enter to win the giveaway. The giveaway will run through the end of Tuesday, and Wednesday I will announce a winner. So this is Monday's video. So if you are watching this, you have until the end of tomorrow to go enter that giveaway. So it's a couple of my favorite things, and then also just some little fun bits and pieces. So lots of things you can get. Okay, so this piece that I have, it's similar to this, but it doesn't have that little sketchy border. So I actually am going to add the sketchy border because I like it. So I'm pulling out a black pen, and we'll just go, oh, that wasn't a straight line. So this isn't perfect, but you get the idea. And we'll just fussy cut around that. And I tried to move my camera a little bit so I wasn't pushing my layout out of the frame, and I hope it's working. I don't know that it is. Sorry if it's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and add foam to this guy as well because I did it on that one. Oh, I've got those things everywhere. I'm a really horrible, like, messes don't really bother me. I'm not very OCD or anything like that. So I just throw my crap on the floor, and I know that would make people crazy and cringe. So don't think about it, but that's exactly what I do. Like these little pieces, I'll just sweep them on the floor. This guy. And then I have some little tiny word stickers over here. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting this one because it's got yellow text, and I think it kind of coordinates with that yellow one. And I'm not going to use every day as the other word because this is not an everyday thing, especially not now. We are not going to breakfast every day because, you know, all the COVID stuff, but also trying to save money and spending all my money on scrapbook supplies. So just adhering these down and adding some extra glue because they, especially this sticker, is an older one and I don't want it to peel up. So I got those adhered down. I'm going to punch out a couple of these, I think. Get that out of my scissors. This is with my 1/2-inch circle punch. And just center it and pop it out. I need to cut a little closer because I can't get to those. Where are those? There we go. And all these little cut aparts, printables that I've got that I'm using, if I trim them out or decide not to use them or anything, I've got a little, one of those little plastic trays over here that I'm just putting extras in. I'm going to use this guy and this guy because it pulls in the pink and the orange from that. And maybe that one. Actually, I'll do this one and that one and this one. And then that one and that one. Actually, I don't want this one. Let's just do those three, and that will give us exactly what we need. Put that there. Oh, I need to pull wood veneer in. Okay, let's look at, because I love these little clouds, but I have another layout I want to use them for as well. So I don't want to use them all on this. Maybe I'll do that one and that one. Or maybe I'll do them up here in the clusters. Then I feel like I need a third one. Let's do that one and this one. And then one down here. And one right there. Okay, perfect. And then I'll save these other 4 for the other layout I will be doing soon. Also with this kit, obviously. And these I'm just going to use my Nuvo adhesive to glue down. And I really like on layouts finding little spots to kind of nestle them together. You can see how that fits together right there. I'm going to do that one and kind of tuck it under a little bit. Just right there. And then this one, that side's kind of messed up. Let's see if that one will work this way. I think I'm going to add some film tape to this one, just to give it a little bit of dimension. And the Stampin' Dimensionals are great with wood veneer. They surprisingly stick very well. You wouldn't expect that, but they are super, super adhesive. So they stick great. These little guys, they're 1/2-inch circles like that I punched before. And I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on these. Oh, I've got those everywhere. Okay. So that it'll give it a little bit of dimension, but it'll also, it's the perfect size for those little 1/2-inch circles is what I was trying to say. This one, I'm going to go ahead and pop him up on that as well. And I'm going to adhere this part down. And we'll just adhere him like that. He's super cute. I never use the birds. I just never really have pages that they fit right with. So I'm kind of excited to get a bird on there. There's that one. And I think I'm gonna do this one over here and do Phil in India with the type, the tiny type letters. What are they called? That's not what they're called. These guys. Whatever these guys are called. There's a word, but I can't remember. I had trouble with it the other day. Tile alphas, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's do Phil in India. Let's do the ampersand there, and then we'll do Phil and then India down here. Do the L. Or maybe I should do Daddy, because she calls him Daddy. Let's do Daddy. Y first. Where is the Y? And 2 Ds. These are like crazy falling off the packaging right now. They've lost all their adhesive. They stick really great on here, just not on the sheet. Nope, that is not right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's Daddy. We'll do the ampersand. Do that, and then we'll do ampersand, and then we'll do something else there. This doesn't, I don't need this. Oh, so many things. And Now I've like gotten rid of almost all my D's. That's weird. Sorry, another boring part I probably should have cut out. I'm sorry, guys. There's that. Okay. So now, oh, the other thing we need to do is enamel dots. And I have those guys, or, oh, I have those have that same orange. I might use those. There's also some orange in there. I kind of like that, but I don't know. Ooh, those have yellow. Let's do those. Those are like shiny. Yeah. Actually, and then I might use these guys as well for those little sequins. Okay, I don't want those. I want these. Well, I'm gonna look at the stamps real fast, actually, because yeah, I could use some of the stars, but I use it on the last one. We'll just leave it like this for now. Okay, we're gonna use these little guys. And these are from the dollar store, the Dollar Tree. I haven't used them yet. I bought them a while ago. Like, I was super excited that I found them there, but then I never used them. Let's do that one under that way. There, and then do some down here. Oh, I already did one. Let's do one. There's that. And they're like full of air. They're kind of weird. Like kind of puffy, but they're just hollow. They're just kind of full of air. Oh, those kind of match too. Just a couple of those. Okay. Let's see. What do we have over here? I feel like something needs to go in here because it's just trapped space right now. There's some hearts. We could pull one of those guys in. He's cute. Let's do him. And tiny dimensionals. Where are those? Here they are. And then stick him right there. And I think I was thinking about using these guys for my journaling. But I do it down here. Or maybe a couple up here and a couple over here. Oh, we need some splatter, actually. Let's do that real fast. That sounds more fun. Soak up a little bit of that. It's funny, those, while they're wet, they kind of look the same as those little domey guys from the dollar store. Okay. So maybe a couple of these guys over here, and then a couple up there, I think. So let's go ahead and do journaling. And since I've used the black pen on a lot of things, we'll just go ahead and use black instead of the gray. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and pause you while I do journaling because that's boring to watch me write, and I'm not really sure what I'm writing yet. And I'll show you again at the end. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm just going to go ahead and adhere these straight onto the page. And I just did one little block of journaling up for this side. And then I did 2 down for this. And they're kind of separate. Like, it's not one continuous journaling piece. They're obviously about the same day, but then they don't have to be right next to each other. That one is more about getting the dates and just saying why I love the picture. And then this one's more about the whole event and like explaining what was going on. So that is pretty much it. I really like how that turned out. I was super excited to get these guys on here. Let's check again to make sure I did all the things. Gingham, I got gingham. Labels, I got tons of labels. Unfinished wood, I got 3 of those guys, and enamel dots. And I'm gonna count these as enamel because that's what I thought they were, and I didn't realize they were just little puffy things full of air. So we're gonna count those as enamel dots because they're the general idea. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will go ahead and show you the up close. Remember to look below in my description and go check out everybody else's video that's posted a video for the for the hop. Sorry. That's posted a video for the hop. And yeah, go watch all their videos. Please hit like if you like this video. Leave a comment. Maybe let me know how you like to use labels, because I haven't been using them a lot until just recently. And I've been trying to find creative ways to use labels. So maybe let me know if you have any cool tips or tricks that you use. And subscribe if you want to see more videos. So thank you guys so much. Can't wait to show you tomorrow's layout tomorrow. And I hope you have a wonderful day and happy scrapping. Bye.